Hello, Samazaji. This is Sambaza with the Sambaza podcast, and we are doing our March challenge. And today we're going to talk about the Diary of a Congo Kid. And this is a podcast that I watched two episodes, and the episodes were regarding this child, or this. He's an adult now, but the adult guy recollects. He calls himself Congo Kid, by the way. So he recollects his life back in Congo when he was young, and this was in the early 70s or 70s going to the 80s. And I listened to two episodes, by the way. And of these two episodes, one of them I found intriguing because it was talking about TCK, third culture kids. These are kids who have moved around from place to place, and they uh, um, how they kind of okay how they identify themselves. It's worth watching this particular one. I think it's episode 12. And then he also talks about hunting in the Congo. Now, what I liked about this story is even though he has left the country a long time ago, he's in California. He still remembers some of the words in their dialects as he speaks. And then they are very interesting stories, especially the one that I listened to. It was about hunting. He talks about, actually, he brings other people who talk about hunting, and it gives you a different idea from the perspective of somebody who is not born there. He's a white guy, and this is not an African person who's telling the story. But what I like about it is, as he explains, he talks about it in the way he sees it, which brings two elements to this. When we write our African stories, is there a possibility of having a comparison between one person who tells it from another perspective, and then you have the African perspective, and then compare and maybe have a third eye that may explain all this, or kind of bring a correlation to all this, or maybe reinforce the fact that these stories are actually true? Well, Congo Kid, I really appreciate your podcast, and I'm wishing to listen to more of this podcast. Wasambazaji, please go listen to his podcast. They are very nice. I think he has a blog, and he also has a website, and now there's the podcast. So you have multiple areas of choice where you can listen to this particular podcast. So far, I like it. Done a great job. Appreciate it. And Wasambazaji, till later.